During the last couple of years, our world has been shaken up by the pandemic and many social movements, leading to very hard conversations with our friends, family members, and coworkers. Naturally, we sometimes strongly disagree with them. It's been hard for me to deal with those conversations, and I guess it's been hard for you as well. We feel angry, disappointed, because they believe in something that we think is wrong. It's painful to observe that they have everything they need to admit their mistakes. As a result, it creates distance and damages some relationships. Why the pandemic has highlighted the difficulties of conversations, those challenges have always been there, and I think it's time for us to be equipped with a couple of tools. You will find plenty of methodologies and techniques, mostly based on an acronym, by the way, that are supposed to help us improve our communication skills, but unfortunately, nodding your head, keeping eye contact, and mirroring their body language won't help much. Even worse, it doesn't look and sound authentic at all. One of the main mistakes we make in communication is to push our ideas, opinions, and perceptions to others simply because we are right and they are wrong. We have facts, evidence, accurate sources of information that should make their mistake so easy to admit. Unfortunately, it only turns the backfire effect on. No matter what we say, they don't want to hear it, and they will stick to their initial belief. This type of communication would work if we would all be rational people. And some of you might think it's the case because we have a rational part in our brain. But like the neuroscientist Antonio Damasio says, we are not thinking machines. We are feeling machines that think. And if I would have a chance to edit this quote, it would sound something like this. We are feeling machines that can sometimes think, most of the time quite randomly, by the way, with the only purpose being of making us feel comfortable with our emotion-based decisions that we will probably regret in the future, but I guess that buying this expensive car was not such a bad idea, or was it? But I guess the quote will be too long and harder to remember. So let's imagine any type of hard conversation as an invitation from someone to go on a road trip. In every road trip, there is a starting point and a destination. And the destination is their conclusion, their opinion. What they believe is their final opinion the moment they start speaking with us. As a guest, we sometimes disagree. We believe there is a better destination. But how to deal with this? We are not driving the car. What should we do? Should we push the driver away, take the steering wheel and take control of the car? It will probably lead to an accident, right? So here are the 3 steps to have better road trips and better hard conversations. So, step number 1, connect with the emotional driver. So here the goal is to identify the emotions behind someone's opinion. So basically, when we listen to someone, we want to ask ourselves, who's driving the car? And instead of thinking of a human being driving the car, we want to think about an emoji, an emotion, a feeling driving the car. So we should ask ourselves, who's driving the car? Is it anger, disappointment, frustration? Is it joy, excitement? Even if we would drive the car differently, we're not here to judge, we're just making an observation. And then we want to show that we can connect with this emotion, even if we strongly disagree with them. We have felt the same way at some point in our lives. Probably about something else, but we know this emotion and we can connect with them. So basically, the first thing we want to say must contain an emotion. I understand you feel frustrated by all the latest political decisions that happened. I myself feel angry sometimes because of all the lies I hear about this topic. So notice here that I'm not referring to the destination. I'm trying to find some common emotions and connect with them. Once we're done with step 1, we get to step 2, care personally for the quality of the trip. So basically here, we want to play the right music in the car. Let's be honest, a long road trip with a terrible song is a disaster. So we want to speak the same language. And we're going to do it together. Let's put ourselves in a situation. We are speaking with someone, and the emotional driver is sadness. Okay, we're all together in this. So we're going to play some music. I'm going to do it. I'm going to play some funky music for 24 seconds, and we're all going to turn the UNYP Arena into a nightclub. It's going to become the shortest party you ever live, but it has to be intense. And I'm going to ask you for a favor. Don't hate me for doing this. I'm going to ask you to stand up, everybody, and enjoy this moment. 24 seconds of funky music. Keep in mind, we are speaking with someone who is sad. We need to bring some positive energy, some positive vibe. And I want all the people who will watch this video to see, understand, and feel that Prague has the best vibe. And I know you got this. All right? So be ready to clap your hands, sing, move, shake your booty, whatever you want. Let's enjoy this moment. 24 seconds of funky music. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Clap your hands. Enjoy that. Woo. Come on. When I say Ted, you say X. Ted, X. Ted, X. When I say Ted, you say X. Ted, Ted. All right. All right. Wow. Prague, I love you. Thank you for this moment. Thank you for the passion. Thank you for the energy. Thank you for the vibe. But I was totally inappropriate. We just made a huge communication mistake. The emotional driver is sadness. We didn't play the right music. Think about it. You are sad. You feel bad. You have zero motivation. You speak slowly. And a friend of yours comes in and say, hey, come on, stop complaining. You have a great life. Come on, let's get some drinks. It's going to be fun. No. We need to speak the same language. We need to be careful of all the words we use that will provide a bad experience. Another example of the things we do with great intention, but very poor execution. Let's look at a dialogue between two people. Okay, I'm going to introduce you the characters of this dialogue, of this role play. Here is someone speaking with someone else about something. And yes, it's going to be a dialogue between my hands. Okay, this is how low it gets today, but it's getting embarrassing only for me. You guys are fine. All right. Hey, babe. They know each other. Hey, babe. Why did you do this? Which is, by the way, not a question, it's an accusation. Well, because you didn't do that. Yes, but it's better to do it this way. Oh my God, you always do this. Does it sound familiar? 4 lines of dialogue, 4 mistakes in communication, and 1 broken relationship. So let's think about a couple of tips that will help us avoid doing this. First of all, when we disagree, we don't say yes, but. We say yes, and. Yes, but drives a feeling of confrontation. Yes, and a collaboration. Ask questions is great, yes. Be curious, but don't say why too often. We want to get to the core of an issue. We want to understand why, but we don't want to sound like a 5-year-old kid asking why all the time. And the other thing is, don't say always or never. When you really think about it, it's almost never accurate. So in step 1 and step 2, we are actively listening to their feelings and needs without judging. We are making an observation, and we try to connect with that. And then, only then, it's our chance to suggest another message, a different opinion. Don't get me wrong, we don't always need to do it. Obviously, sometimes we fully agree with everything. We don't need step 3. Sometimes, even when we disagree, because step 1 and 2 are done very well, they come up with another destination by themselves. So in case we need to introduce a new opinion, a new idea, step 3, help purposely in choosing the right destination. And I'm going to share very practical tips, okay? First of all, wrap up your message with your own feelings. Basically, we want to force empathy from the other side. In step 1 and 2, we show empathy to others. We're going halfway towards them. And then we share our feelings to give them a chance to have empathy for us and get closer to us. Ask permission to suggest a different destination. They will say yes. It's going to be okay. If they say no, go back to step 1. And say because or something similar to bring clarity, context, and meaning to what you say because they are not in your head. So here are the very basic steps. It might sound super fundamentals for you, super trivial, but the idea is to think about how consistent we are when we're speaking with someone who we disagree with. Connect with the emotional driver, care personally for the quality of the trip, help purposely in choosing the right direction. 2 years ago, I had the chance to speak with the co-organizer of this event, and at the end of our road trip, he told me that he felt flattered about our discussion, even though I barely spoke. I was just doing step 1 and step 2. Later on, he asked me to come on stage to become a guest speaker and share this methodology to a great audience. I never thought I would have a chance to do it. I don't really know what I'm doing here. But what I'm trying to say is that I'm confident that this methodology can bring great things for all of us. And today, you have a chance to give it a shot. You're going to network, you're going to meet people, you're going to have great conversations. It's going to sound a little bit awkward at the beginning because it's new, and you all heard of this, of course. But give it a shot. Let's be consistent in practicing and having good intentions. And regarding disagreements, I think we should look at them in a way that is an opportunity for us to find something in common no matter what. At the end of the day, one of the biggest challenges we have in this world is to find a way to live together with all our differences. If I would have a chance to speak with who I was 15 years ago from now, I would disagree a lot. And it would be very easy for me to judge this person instead of showing empathy and looking for similarities that we obviously have. So let's give it a shot. Let's try. Empathy is not a buzzword. It's a game changer. I mean, it's the best connector between all of us. And please remember this. All together, stop judging our differences. We have more similarities than we think. Start caring about people's emotions. And enjoy our next road trip. Thank you so much for your attention. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you.